the White House putting out a picture of President Obama on the phone with the Ukrainian president, saying that he's in contact with Secretary Kerry and the National Security Team. But yet, he kept his schedule. He went to a burger joint today. He talked about infrastructure as all this is breaking, and then continued on to, as Judge Napolitano mentions, to DNC fundraisers in New York and the Hamptons. Is that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem. I mean, if he was out of touch, if he wasn't engaged, if he's unaware, if his team is not on top of it, but I mean, it's not the case that, I mean, we look at presidents through history. Presidents react to crises, but they don't necessarily cancel everything they're doing. I don't think that's
just two big ones on this day.
Well, that's certainly right, but clearly the second one came late in the day. But it doesn't. It's not a matter. I understand why someone who's a political critic would want to say, "Hey, it looks like he's not paying." I don't think it's the case that he's not paying attention. He's paying intense attention. In fact, the world is. And to respond to Judge Napolitano, my gosh. Putin is isolated. In fact, today, I think he hurt himself with the Europeans. Any European who was previously interested in trying to make excuses for Putin and continuing to do business with the oil and gas coming out of Russia, they lost that excuse today.
What is the president's reaction? You said what matters is not where he is. He's had no reaction. He's had no reaction to anything that I can tell in the last 6 months. Look, it isn't as if we're going to go to war with Russia, but we have denied Ukraine lethal weaponry on the grounds that we don't want to escalate the conflict. The rebels and the Russians are killing Ukrainians in large numbers by shooting them out of the sky. The least the president can do is to make a damn decision for once in his life, announce that we are now going to supply lethal weapons to assist the Ukrainians in defending themselves and in completing the offensive that is now going on in eastern Ukraine to actually destroy the rebel insurgency.
Well, Charles, a moment ago you said a minute ago that the Ukrainian army has performed well. And guess who's back in the Ukrainian army? It's our CIA, it's our government, it's the Europeans that the president has mobilized.
And you know what we have given them? MREs.
I'm just telling you.
I got to wrap up because we got breaking news.
Box in Moscow. Weaponry